Hello, friends. Hope you all are fine in this quarantine period and studying hard. Today, I am going to discuss a topic which is very important. It is from the subject Social and Business Ethics, and the topic is Whistleblower Policy. This topic is very important because we have seen questions from this very topic almost every year. So, let's begin with the topic. First thing we will learn that what do we mean by whistleblowing. Whistleblowing means calling attention to the wrongdoing that is occurring within an organization. Whistleblowing is not same as complaint. Whistleblowing is related with ethics because it represents a person's understanding at a deep level that an action taken by his or her organization is harmful. So it is done for the common good. Now let's have a look at definition that is given by George Caravan. He says the term whistleblowing can be defined as raising the concern about a wrongdoing in an organization. So here the concern can be genuine concern. It is maybe of crime, criminal offense, miscarriage of justice, danger to health, safety, and environment. And the cover up of any of these is known as whistleblowing. Now heading towards the next topic, that is importance of whistleblowing. Why whistleblowing is important? We will understand this concept by various points. The first one is effective risk management. Whistleblowing helps to reduce and eliminate financial and reputational risk to the organization through the early reporting of inappropriate conduct. Next is second point, detection of frauds. Whistleblowing helps in detection of various frauds done by the employees of the organization. Third point is transparency of internal affairs. The activation of whistleblower system makes a company internal activity more transparent and easier to track. So whistleblowing system can be an excellent measure to identify crime, violations, corruptions and poor administrations. Fourth point is prosperity of business. Yes, whistleblowing policy is ethical code that can be significant to educate employees on social responsibility and recognizing irregular behavior, which will ultimately lead to prosperity of business. Fifth point is help to government. Fraud against the government is a problem for everyone, we know, but government don't have time to find out and prosecute most of the fraudulent claims. Thus whistleblowing plays a very important role for the government to assist in this important task. Sixth point is good corporate governance. Whistle essential for the good corporate governance because for the organization to have a sound corporate governance systems, it should be supported by the various policies and procedures of the whistleblowing policy. Next is workplace safety. Yes, occupational health and safety management for the employees, customers, and creditors is covered by various laws and regulations. So, whistleblowing policy provide this essential service also. Next is workplace bullying. Workplace bullying is the greatest liability which is being seen in organizations. Employees are the greatest assets, we all know. So whistleblowing is useful tool to curb this kind of behavior in the workplace. Ninth point is protection of company equipments. The most important asset to company are its people, and the second most important asset is its capital including equipments. So personal safety and the protection of company's equipment is very important. Whistleblowing helps in providing protection to these assets. Next and last point is company and company officer protection. Liability for failing to provide adequate protection to the company and its officer is increasing penalties and fines to the company. So it is very essential to encourage whistleblowing in an organization. Now you got to know about whistleblowing. But what is a person who do this whistleblowing called? The person who do the whistleblowing is called whistleblower. So, a person who raises a concern about a wrongdoing in its workplace is known as whistleblower. Or a whistleblower can be someone who reports illegal, immoral, or otherwise questionable behavior without expectation of any reward or personal benefit. Let's discuss the types of whistleblowers. Types of whistleblowers are classified on two bases. The first one is on the basis of whistleblowing. Second is on the basis of kind of organization. On the basis of kind of whistleblowing, we have two whistleblowers, that is internal whistleblowers and external whistleblower. Internal whistleblower reports the unethical actions or illegal procedures of an employee within an organization to someone who is superior or senior at senior authority in that organization. The external whistleblower, however, reports misconduct to the outside person or the entities. External whistleblower report the misconduct of their companies to external agencies. Particularly, they are lawyers or the media or the law enforcement or watchdog agencies. Now, heading towards our second base, that is on the basis of kind of organization. First one is federal whistleblower. Federal whistleblowers are the government employees who reveal misconduct committed by their employees, or can be private sector employees who inform about the misconduct of the employees that is committed in relation to the federal government. Next is corporate whistleblower. These whistleblowers are the employees of the corporations or the other private businesses that disclose statutory or the regulatory violations by the employers. Third one is third party service. This is relatively new phenomena and has been developed due to whistleblower discrimination. Third party service involves utilizing an external agency to inform about the misconduct to the individuals at the top of the organization hierarchy. Now, to run this whistleblowing in our organization, we need a policy which is known as whistleblower policy. Whistleblower policy is formulated to provide an opportunity to the employees to report the unethical behavior within an organization. So it is a policy which is actually formulated for doing or enacting the whistleblowing in an organization. It is essential to provide the protection to the employees as well as the organization from the dangers due to misconduct within the organization. Now, what is the benefit of whistleblower policy? The benefit of whistleblower policy can be understood by the various points. We will understand them one by one. First point is encouraging speak up culture. By having a whistleblower policy, there is much guarantee that if there is any wrongdoing happening inside the organization, there is at least someone who will speak of it. Next point is knowing earlier about the misconduct. Knowing about the misconduct sooner enables an organization to put a stop to it at an early stage. Next point is avoiding violations and legal battles. Many organizations face regulators violations. But today, because of whistleblower policy, employees can inform management about the various issues beforehand. Next point is confident staff. A good whistleblower policy is an important tool in creating the atmosphere where workers are able to report concerns and will investigate thoroughly and address such concerns. Next point is better employees. Employers who promote whistleblowing are more likely to seen as a better employers by staff and as a better service provider by the public. Next point is whistleblower policy, a necessity of today. Yes, whistleblower policy indeed have become the necessity today, because without whistleblowing, staff may be less confident, and without reporting the concern, the company cannot be prosperous. Next point is discouraging wrongdoing. Whistleblower policy discourages the wrongdoing and stop it at the early stage. Next is protection of organization's reputation. Of course, if we stop the wrongdoing in the organization, reputation is always protected by whistleblowing policy. Now the question arises how to make whistleblower policy effective. Whistleblowing policy is made effective by taking the following into consideration. First point is making whistleblowing as an integral part of company's corporate compliance. Whistleblowing system will not work well unless it is fully incorporated in the organization to strengthen business development. Next is incentives to the whistleblower. A company's whistleblowing policy should be clear, well communicated, written policy that allows a reward and compensation system to internal whistleblowers. Next point is no retaliation. Companies must emphasize in their whistleblowing policies and procedures that they will not and are prohibited by law from retaliating against employees who make whistleblowers report. Next point is multiple methods of reporting. Employees should be allowed to submit whistleblower information in multiple forms such as via mail or designated website and dedicated phone line, etc. Next is ensuring anonymity and confidentiality. Yes, it's very important to make the whistleblower policy effective that protection to the whistleblower and the secret identity of the whistleblower should be kept anonymous and confidential. Next is educating and publicizing the whistleblower policy. Companies should ensure that their compliance and ethics program include educating employees on and publicizing the whistleblower policy, which includes the aspects of who, what, when, where, and why. Next is hotline managed by the third party provider. Yes, as far as possible, whistleblower hotlines should be managed by the independent third party provider and should be well publicized to its employees. Next is evaluation and testing of whistleblower policy. Hotlines, whether managed internally or outsourced to the third party, should be evaluated, tested regularly. Next is support from the top management. Setting the standards of good corporate governance and rigorous compliance at the top level are essential to establish a strong corporate culture throughout the organization. Next is providing commitment towards action. It is very important that your policy should ensure that the senior should be demonstrate its commitment properly to deal with any disclosure made by the whistleblower. Next is communication and feedback. Communication plays a very key role, very important role. It serves as a feedback and support mechanism. So, communication and feedback can make the whistleblowing policy very effective. Next is protecting the whistleblower. Very important to ensure that the whistleblowers are adequately protected. Organizations should advise the whistleblowers to report and any retaliation against them. They should actively monitor the welfare of the whistleblowers. Last is training and counseling. It is very important that there is mentoring program in which senior staff members are given responsibility to provide advice, guidance, assistance, counselings to the whistleblowers. Thank you. Hope you all understood this topic very well and hope that your exam goes well. All the very best. Wish you all the luck.